finally here. We have been waiting on this thing forever. As soon as I ordered it, it went out of stock, and it's been a while, but it finally showed up. So now that's the last piece that we need in order to get everything on the Subaru and get it tuned. So tuning the WRX is only a few videos out. There's just a few more things, not including the fuel pump, that we need to install on the WRX before tuning. One of which are these injectors. These are OEM Blue Top STI injectors that I bought used, but they were tested and came with a flow sheet. So these are going to be able to flow more than what we need to make sure that we don't run out of fuel and kind of future-proofs over the stock injectors. And I know I just installed this, but the exhaust, I love the way it sounds, but I think it's definitely too loud being in California. I really do love the sound of this thing, and it even has a little bit of a natural like gurgle to it. But being in California and in a neighborhood that has some pretty strict rules, I just don't want to risk getting a ticket or anything like that. But I do plan on doing something else, which I think will be really cool. It'll allow me to run under the radar, but then it'll also be decently loud when I get on it. You guys probably know what I'm gonna do, but I'll wait to tell you and show you until the time comes for me to actually do it. For today though, let's get this guy installed. So in order to get this fuel pump installed, we're gonna have to take out the back seat. It's pretty much like that on majority of cars. I'm pretty sure it's kind of on the left-hand side. It's a little more towards the middle, but we do need to get the back of this thing out and then the bottom. So as you can see right down here, these are the brackets that hold the seat down, and it doesn't have a bolt on it. And the other side doesn't either, which I actually never noticed. And after looking at that and figuring out how to take this thing out, you do actually only have to remove the bottom. You don't even have to remove the back. So this is actually going to be really easy and faster than I thought to get access to the fuel tank. Boom, there we go. Now all we have to do is get this guy out so that we can swap the pump out. And for that, I'm definitely going to be using some safety glasses. When working with fuel lines or anything like that, definitely don't want any fuel getting in my eyes. So I'm definitely wearing some glasses. Get this thing out.
we go, guys. It's a really easy job, a little bit messy. A tiny bit of gas came out, so just make sure you have some rags on you just to catch it real fast. But otherwise, it's easy job. The hardest part is getting all the hoses and stuff because they've been on there for so long, so you kind of have to like wiggle them loose. But otherwise, everything transferred over real easy. The nipples on the new fuel pump is actually longer than the old fuel pump, so the nipples on the fuel pump and the housing were basically touching, so that scares me a little bit. I think the fuel pump seat rubber was so hard and thick that I think it might loosen up after a little while, and so like they'll separate a little bit. I just don't want them rubbing and causing like metal shavings or anything like that, but for now it's okay. I think it'll be fine. I don't think we'll have any issues. You have a fuel filter anyways to catch anything, so if it were to rub around and cause any shavings, that'll definitely catch it. But now all that's left to do is to turn the car on and see if the fuel pump primes and works. There we go, guys. No leaks. As you can see, it works as well. It is a little bit louder than the stock fuel pump, but that doesn't bother me. But I know it does bother some, so I figured some people would like to know. When the car is running though, you're not gonna hear it anyways, but it is a really easy job. You can do it in an afternoon, and you don't need a tune when you're changing the fuel pump. However, if you're changing injectors, you definitely need a tune, even just to start it. So that's gonna be the last mod I do before we get it tuned, because once it's done, it's gonna sit there until it gets tuned, or until you get a base map that is safe to start it up on. Guess we don't need this guy anymore.